Recording in progress.
What it do, what it do, what it do. It is your boy, Andrew Schultz, aka Mr. Goody Two Shoes. And who am I with? As always, Joseph Huggins, aka Old Man Huggie. Talk shit or get off the pod. Episode 88. Welcome to the OZEMPIC pandemic, motherfucker.
You gotta hold that exam. Well, see, I want to sing it like the O'Reilly Auto Parts song. So I want to be like, OZEMPIC Auto Parts.
Yeah, dude, you know, I should be getting that O face. Oh.
How are you, man? Yeah, 88. We're getting close to 100. We're 12 away.
Yeah, dude, 88 was my number growing up because of my boy Eric Lindros, Hall of Fame legend, captain of the Philadelphia Flyers, the Legion of Doom.
Captain of the concussion is actually also true. Eric Lindros was good. No, he was really good, but he got rocked a lot. He got some.
That's because they ran this illegal defense that you can't do anymore. And it was like Scott Stevens on the defenseman for the New Jersey Devils.
Yeah, the Devils.
Yeah, they would like lure in like the center, and then they would just blindside him and knock him out, like concuss them like on purpose. And he would just do this over and over and over and over again. Like, I think they named the rule after him when they like stopped letting it happen.
That's fair. That's fucked up, man.
I know.
But
I mean, I kind of did that too growing up. Just like was looking to knock fools out.
That's fair. I mean, that's hockey, especially when you're younger. I think that's in most sports. Like, sometimes you just gotta try to knock somebody the fuck out.
Exactly.
It might not be in the rules, but sometimes it gets a little chippy.
I was so good at when I played hockey, I was really good at leverage, so I was the biggest hitter on all my teams, even though I was never the biggest kid by any means. And I would always wait and for a guy to come and hit me, and then right as he's about to hit me, I time it perfectly and hit him. And I would just suck dudes in all day, every day. Like they're like, "Oh, I'm finally gonna get a hit on Andy." Nope. Boom. You're sitting down, homie. I waited for you. I waited to pass the puck till you got to my zone. It was awesome.
That's fair. Yeah. That's fair. I didn't play. I mean, I played street hockey, but I didn't play ice hockey. I can skate, but I never played hockey. Though I was doing too many sports when I was a kid. I wish I would have. It probably would have been fun. And potentially racist.
I never. Yeah, I couldn't ice skate at all. But I played roller hockey 5th grade, 6th grade. My parents knew that ice hockey was in the high school.
Yeah.
So they made me try out for ice hockey in 7th grade, not for the school, just whatever it was, Pee Wee. And I didn't know how to ice skate, but I still got picked on the team, and then I just figured it out.
Yeah, it's not that difficult. I mean, I guess I was, I used to ride around on my Solomons and my K2 backyard bobs, so I used to do some pretty crazy stuff on some skates. So I was all about that. So whenever I tried to ice skate, I was like, oh, I can easily do this. Anything ice skate, roller skate, or just skate regularly, I can do all of them pretty good. So like I can like lap people when I'm going around. I try if I try to get too fancy with the stops, I'll totally eat it. But you know, I'm pretty quick on some skates.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, well, if you don't eat it, then you're not like pushing the boundaries. I got to the point where I could do a double axle on the ice, and I used to do it.
What
I used to do the starting
bullshit?
to, yeah, swear to God, swear to God. And
A
I
double
was the
axle?
starting defenseman of my team, and so like when the
That's a
game was
mighty
about to start and we're like on the ice, I would go like say what's up to the goalie, say good, let's have a good game, and then I go do a double axle, and then I go fuck some people's days up.
dude. That's some like mighty duck shit.
Dude, we did a flying V in the middle of a real game. Like we were up like 12-0, and we're like, let's hit him with the flying V, just like embarrassing fools.
That's pretty mean. Hit him with the flying V.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's...
Danny Christmas was on that team. Or in that V.
oh, he was in the V. Where was he?
Yeah. I don't know. I
Like
forget. I
probably
was
we
in the
gotta be
V.
like back left.
No, he might have been towards the front.
Okay.
But
Well, he wasn't. Yeah.
yeah, and then we were also on a team, and I was like the defensive captain, and I think he was the offensive assistant captain or captain, and then we dressed up as the Bash Bros,
Okay.
and like just were wrecking havoc and got kicked out of a game. We had like black eye on and stuff, you know.
Okay. See, I remember there was a time where Danny C ate an entire stick of butter at school one time for
Yeah,
20 bucks. It was for $20.
that is true. An entire stick of butter for 20 bucks. We had hockey practice that day, and he could not practice. He was in the bathroom, and he said that it was like he was peeing butter out of his ass. I've told that story like recently.
Dude, that was I remember I was like I think I was like one table over and I look up and he stands up and he peels it like he ate it like a candy bar. That was the
Yeah,
crazy.
this is the fucking founder of the dog biters, like
It's
that
true.
whack
He ended
that
up being a
whack ass
rival.
gang.
He ended up
Yeah,
being a
yeah,
rival
yeah,
gang
yeah.
member
Well,
later down the
what,
line. That is
what,
true.
what, what?
Don't do that. But no, but yeah, that was the wildest shit ever. So
Yeah,
that's
we're
like,
the nasty patrol, homie.
dude, an
We're,
entire
we're the
stick of butter.
disgusting brothers.
And like no, what's it? He ate an entire stick of butter, and it was in like less than a minute.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, I think you have to go hard on it. You can't just like sit around and chew on a stick of butter for a while. Like, it's like if you're gonna hit it, you have to hit it hard.
For 20 bucks. That's probably one of the crazier things I've seen for 20 bucks.
Would you rather eat it, or would you rather it be melted and then you drink the whole thing?
Ooh, that's tough. Probably.
I mean, eating it kind of like it's like swallowing a pill almost, because you could just like it would slip down your throat, so you could just like take a bite of half of it and just try to swallow it. But maybe that's how you choke and die on
Yeah, but
butter.
then you're gonna be like, how did he
Ugh.
die? How did he die? He choked on half a stick of butter, dog. I don't know what he was going through, but I wish he would have
You
called
know,
me. Like, no, dude, I don't want to.
dog. I like lollipops in my mouth and a stick of butter up my ass. That's just me.
No,
That's just something I
nah,
like.
man. I don't know. I guess I'd rather drink it if I had to.
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
Because
I
by
just would rather not
because
have to do it, because after he described what happens
yeah,
after
no,
the
it
fact.
sounds terrible.
It's not the eating of the butter. It's like the getting rid of it.
Well, yeah, I mean you're eating butter, dude. That's terrible for you. And
Right, but it's
tires,
kind of like when you eat really spicy wings. Like it's like the worst part isn't the actual eating them. It's like when you go to shit them out.
true. Great opening.
Allegedly,
Great opening segment.
allegedly. I went and just real quick. I went and got my hair did.
Okay.
Went to the barber shop
Okay, it's looking pretty
earlier
fresh.
today, and the shorty, one of the shorties that works there, was like, "Hey, like, you host a podcast, right?" It's like, "What was it called again?" That's right, barbershop girls hitting me up about the podcast.
That's a good podcast name, Barbershop Girls.
Wah, womp.
Nah, that would be.
Was Queen Latifah?
Yep. I can't remember what it was, but it was.
Tyler Perry presents
I
Barbershop
can't remember
Girls.
what movie it is, but Queen Latifah is like riding a fixie messenger bike and like jumping stuff and doing all these crazy moves in New York. And they're like timing, and then they pull up, and she like does a slide stop, takes off the helmet, and it's Queen Latifah. It's like I need to find the clip. I'll send it to you. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. You're like, bro, that is not Queen Latifah riding that bike, jumping over
I mean,
cars
it
and
might be.
shit.
She's the equalizer now.
That is true. And what's this
You know.
new? I don't know. They need to get some new people doing this. It's like always Queen Latifah. J Lo's like a sniper now. I don't know about that movie that's coming out.
What, the mother?
Yeah, The Mother, where J Lo's a
That's
sniper.
already out. That's already out. My mom already saw it. My mother already watched the mother.
Oh, damn, that's Inception. And how was it?
I don't ask
Why not?
because I'm like not a nice son.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't follow up with questions like that. All right, y'all. As we do here on Talk Shit or Get Off the Pod, the Ozempic Pandemic, episode 88. We start with therapy questions. Therapy question number 1, presented to you by ChatGPT. Number 1, would you rather be an Olympic gold medalist or a Nobel Prize winner?
Olympic gold medalist. See, because both of them you get notoriety. I'd probably guess. I guess Nobel Prize.
Yeah, because it doesn't say what Nobel Prize. So Nobel Peace Prize is on the table, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. You wouldn't want to get it for like a corny Nobel Peace Prize or Nobel Prize. Not that any of them
I don't
are.
think any of
None
them
of
are
them
corny.
are, but I'm just saying I'd want it to be for something epic.
Well, the other thing here is, unless you're like Michael Phelps, you don't really get paid much as an Olympic athlete, like even if a gold medalist. So, and I think the Nobel Prize, you get like a couple milli to split.
Yeah, and you get some grants to be like, yeah, do whatever you want. You're really smart. Here's some free money. And you'd be like, oh, thank you. Because I think when you
Right.
get one, you just instantly have like a British accent.
And you could probably get a job anywhere, with a Nobel Prize on your resume.
Yeah,
Like Ryan Lochte, he's got gold medals, but nobody's hiring him like to do anything.
yeah, that's true. Well, he had a reality show, but he was like a douche, right?
It's weird because like he kind of like played a douche, but then it turns out like it wasn't that douchey.
Oh, all right, okay, okay. So it was all like a front.
Remember he got robbed?
Yeah, and then he didn't get robbed. Wasn't that what? Like, wasn't that
Yeah,
his
yeah,
big
yeah.
epic? That was his fall. He fell because he got robbed, but he didn't get robbed, and it was like so he's like, dude, Ryan Lochte, a gold medalist slash mostly silver medalist because he was competing against Michael Phelps all the time. But shout out, is like the original Jesse Smollett.
Yeah, he was.
He's kind of like a Jesse Smollett.
He's the
dude.
white Jesse
Yeah,
Smollett.
the original Jesse Smollett was a white guy.
Yeah, dude. He puts the wet in Smollett.
That's crazy. I never even thought about that. That's like,
You know what I think Lochte was, and this could all just be made up, but how I was saying he turns out that he wasn't a douche. You know how like the Situation from Jersey Shore,
hmm
big douchebag, went to prison. Now he's sober, not so much of a douchebag, like kind of a nice guy.
yeah, he stopped being a douche before he went to jail too. He had like
Right. I think
he was like, I don't want to go. Maybe if I'm really good and clean my shit up, they won't send me. And then they still sent him,
yeah,
and he
and he
came
hung
back.
out with Michael Cohen,
Yeah,
Trump's lawyer.
yeah. He's like,
Yeah,
that's
seriously, they were in there together. But
that's a Chinese checkers match I'd
I
like to
feel
watch.
I feel like Ryan Lochte, same thing. Was like legitimately a douche, but then I think maybe no longer a douche due to like being douche in public and learning from his ways.
Yeah, like faking his, being robbed. That's
Right.
wild, dude. That is so crazy to fake being robbed. Like, and then to get caught and have it be like proven beyond a shadow of a doubt, like you made this shit up. And he's like, no, I was robbed. And like, I just like, what? That's so weird, man. Like, look, dude,
Well,
my
who are we talking about? Who are we talking about? Lochte or
well,
Smollett?
both of them. It's like, come on, man. Like, you're not the best
Well,
actor on Atlanta.
Smollett like did it on like choreographed the whole thing, right?
Yeah, with like two Nigerian, like
Right.
super
What
strong
was
men.
Lochte's?
I
What
don't
was
know.
Lochte's deal?
That's like I don't know what his deal was. I don't really feel like looking it up, but I'm just gonna speculate and like allegedly, I'd say he's a little jelly of Phelps getting all these deals, making the buku bucks. He's got like a failed show on Tubi, and like before Tubi even came out. No, I think he was on like
Why you got to bring Tubi into this?
because I'll always bring Tubi into this. But and writer strike, but yeah, like I like saw that shit. I'll tell you about my trip.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah. The writers strike. Good job, writers. This is what you did. Like you guys work for an industry that's like overspent all of their goddamn money on streaming. It's not paying off, and they all need to like stop spending, but they can't help themselves because it's a fucking arms race. So what do? You guys go on strike, and now all of them, you like universally can disarm, and now they just save hundreds of or tens of millions of dollars not paying the writers exactly what they needed. Boom. Good job, writers.
what
That's my
this?
hot take.
It's not very nice.
I know.
Come on, man. You gotta support them.
I know. I mean, I was out here when they went on strike in '07. Like I was thinking about working as a scab, as they call it, when you're not in the union and you cross the picket line.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they call it a scab.
You thought about scabbing it,
I was gonna scab so hard.
and they'd just be like, "Okay, come on."
Yeah.
Damn, that'd be
But
brutal.
like what happened last time they did it, like reality TV just exploded. Like that's
Oh yeah, yeah. There's just gonna explode, and it's gonna be.
AI, baby. They're accelerating AI writing all of our movies for us now.
Well, and that I mean, I saw someone talking about it where they were discussing how then we'll just be watching the same stuff we've watched before. It'll just be really bad.
I mean, will it be? I don't know. Yeah, why? Because it's just taking information.
That's the beginning of the simulation, dude. That's how they get you into the tubes, dude. That's how they
Dude,
get you.
I remember I took the mushrooms at Avatar. Like
Yeah,
I
dude.
know the
Yeah,
simulation is.
yeah. You died and came back to life, dude.
They tried to bring me out,
Yeah, you
and
bridged.
I refused. I said
Yeah,
no.
no. Don't make me pee on this wall. Don't make me do it. But
The
I
Eagles
literally,
are going to the Super Bowl.
yeah. That's so absurd. But no, Nobel Prize, because that'd be
Yeah,
tight. You could get it for almost anything, and it'd be cool. They'd be like, oh, we gave him a Nobel Prize for music. People would be like, what? Like, yeah, because everybody's got to like agree. That'd be tight. Then it'd just be cool as fuck. People would be like, oh, well,
remember when Barack Obama got the Nobel Peace Prize, and then all the Republicans shit on him?
Mm-hmm. But think about it. If you were just
Like
if you
as
were
if he like decided like as if he gave it to himself.
like you come up with a bunch of beats and you start just producing music, and you're so good that you create world peace and get a Nobel Peace Prize. But your vessel to get it was like creating just fat beats. Come on, that'd be awesome.
So you're saying that music could save the world?
Yeah, it's possible.
I don't know, dude. Ask Bono.
Well, he's a boomer. What does he know?
Is he?
Oh, maybe.
He
Or
seems.
is he greatest generation?
That's right, you old Irish fuck. All right. Therapy question number 2, Joseph.
All right.
Would you rather always have to sing? Okay, let me. Would you rather always have to sing instead of speaking, or dance instead of walking?
So if I'm not trying to dance, would I walk? So like basically I dance everywhere I go. So I'd just be dancing
Yeah.
24/7.
Any like mobile movement, it's got to be a dance.
I'd probably do the sing, even when I'm speaking, because you could like, at some point you get
You
really
would
good.
OZEMPIC. You would sing every word.
Yes, I would, because you could do it like a show tune. You could show tune sing
Oh
and just be
yeah,
uber
and
dramatic.
who doesn't want that?
Yeah, that's true. But you
You're
would
gonna show
never.
two sing
But
and
think
riddles.
about this though. You could still be quiet and mysterious. So just if I'm not talking, then you're quiet and mysterious. And you like
And then
Andy. Yeah.
you're like,
Andy,
you
I
don't say
have
anything,
to
and then you're
tell
like,
you a secret. I sing when I talk. Like, and you're like, whoa, bro, what the fuck? Or you could
and then
write.
I'd
You
be
could
like,
just pretend to be
and then I'd
mute.
be like, I do too. Hey, I want some pussy, because that's how I
No,
sing.
it would be. Or you mean you obviously you'd have to talk in school. So like either you'd have to stay in your hometown where everybody was cool with it, and they were like, "Oh, that's just a weird kid who sings all the time." Because if you try to go out, or you could go out and then just like not talk and just be like, "Oh, like write everything down, be mysterious." Nah, I'd probably take the sing because you can't
I
hide
mean,
dancing everywhere. You'd be trying to like get a job and you'd be moonwalking to your seat to your interview, like, "Hey, man."
that'd be tight. That'd be tight.
I'm here for my interview. They'd be like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Unless you're a
Real
dance
quick,
teacher.
like, what side are you supposed to wear your fanny pack on? Because I do have a job interview tomorrow, and I just want to make sure I get that right.
I mean, it depends. Like, what's your attitude? What are you going in there for?
I'm going in for a business casual because I'm just
Business?
going to be casual.
Then I'd probably do the left side because that's like the left side. You have the right reach, right? Or you can. Wait, are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed. Come
So
on, man.
because you won't really want to use it, but it's there and it kind of is like a pull out. You know what I'm saying? You can leave it a little bit open in your wallet's
Yeah.
in there, and you get the quick pull. Called
Oh,
it's called
I'm all about the pullout. You know
It's
what I'm
called
saying, ladies?
yeah, the conventional. That's the conventional. Then you can or the conventional's actually up front. That'd be like side saddle. So wear it side saddle, bro. And then
So
backward
you went
is
to
attitude.
okay,
That's
real quick.
attitude.
Let's backtrack. So you went to show tunes as your go-to singing? Like, what if it was like more like Barack Obama, Amazing Grace, where he's just like, like, but that's how you like
I
said everything.
need this job. You go in and be like, it's this black.
That'd be tight.
I
Just like you're like,
need, I need a Big Mac with a large fry. They'd be like that guy who's singing, like singing his order to.
well, not Amazing Grace, but just like hymns.
Well, that was
Like,
Swing Low,
yeah,
Sweet Chariot.
yeah,
That would
yeah.
be
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying, bro.
But what you can't hide. I mean,
Bring
you
it
could be the
back, bring it
dopest.
back.
You could be like a Jabberwocky. You could be in Cirque du Soleil. There's some things you could do with always dancing because you just develop moves. But it could also just be subtle. So you just got a little bop to you. Hey, like, so you could walk, and people will be like, "Hey, he's real confident." You just keep it up.
Yeah,
Like so, you would have
just got swagger
opportunities
at
yeah.
all times. But like you're at a funeral, and you're like, oh, dude, like, calm down the swag, like when
Yeah,
you're walking
dude.
up to the
Oh,
casket, please.
oh my God, why is Andy so excited? Do you think he had
But
something to
but
do with it?
if you were singing Amazing Grace at the funeral,
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's times you'd always be doing fresh shit.
well, no, we're not saying you're good at dancing or good at singing. It's
You
just
would
that
just
you
be
are
over time. It would be
doing those things.
it would almost be impossible that you wouldn't get good at it.
I agree with that.
Because I feel
It's like
because I feel like if you're
Twitter. It's like Trump and Twitter.
it's like because if
It's
you're
like how much that
born
time that dude spends on the toilet.
if you're like growing up and you're a kid and you want to be more socially accepted, you at least want to be good at it. So you're gonna do things, or you're gonna eventually get at least better at singing. No one's gonna be like, "Oh, you suck." You're gonna have some sort of, just hopefully you don't have a shitty singing voice. But you would
Well,
understand.
that's
But you would understand it. Someone would you'd be able to sing to the best of the ability that you were able to, for the most part, and you could still do like rap. Hey, what's up, guys? Let's go to the mall.
that's how you rap.
Eat at Sbarro, then ball till we fall. Yeah, you would do some, like you do like some Nate Dogg shit sometimes. So you
Oh,
listen
yeah,
to music. So you'd be
yeah.
sitting there eating, and you'd be like, "This food right here is rough as fuck."
Yeah.
You overseason the shit. What is up? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm never coming back to eat. You didn't even
So the
say
shit
hi.
collapse, baby.
You didn't shake your hand when we started to meet. Come on, player, I'm about to leave. Open a window, we need to let in a breeze. Na 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 na. That'd be
Yo,
cool.
yo.
So there'd be occasions where you just like drop it, and you would get good at least doing that because you'd learn bars. Like it'd be impossible. You'd be obsessed
Yeah.
with it because you'd have to get good at it.
So are you picking singing
Yeah, I'm
for
taking
speaking?
singing. Yeah, singing for speaking for sure.
Okay,
Over.
I'll take. Yeah, because like if you're fucking, like you're already dancing and fucking. I guess this
Well,
maybe
that's
that
totally
translates.
different.
That translates.
It's just when you're walking, it's that
Yeah.
you'd be done, and then you'd like moonwalk out of the room, be like,
Ah
or do
ah ah
something, or you'd have like a,
ah ah.
or you'd have like a yeah a dick ass like like pep in your step.
Dude, I know, but you, yeah. I mean, this is your time though. TikTok, like you would go viral.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you crush. That's what I'm saying.
You
There's
crush.
something for both. Something for both.
Yeah,
And because if
get
even
that
if you did
TikTok fame,
either,
baby.
or you could just exploit it and be like, "Look, guys, I have to dance everywhere I walk," and you'd be on 2020. Barbara Walters is like, "You move,
Well, oh,
you
dude, you be fucked though. Like when you get pulled over by the cops, they like they're having you do like
walk a
sobriety
line."
test.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can't fuck around like that. And I don't. I feel
They're
like
like
yeah,
they're like
I don't know. I feel
yeah, they're like stop dancing. I was in Vegas and
fucking
I was
stop
playing it.
dancing. What are you doing? Put your hands behind your back.
I was in Vegas. I was like at the roulette table, got up or whatever, and I was like just a couple hundred feet, like away from there, and I started dancing, on like the casino lobby, and the like old Asian lady who was running like the roulette table that I had just been sitting at, like yells from across the way. She goes, "Andy, no dancing!" Like just out of nowhere. I'm like, I just hear my name and I like turn around and just this Asian lady, no dancing. Like as if that was a rule.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, now
Okay.
would be you with the cops, man.
Yeah, but like you'd be the dopest dance teacher ever because every time class would start, you'd just like walk in. Like I feel like you're moving, so you'd be wanting to do a lot of glides. You're not gonna be like foxtrotting into the room and shit. Then you're just gonna be like taking these big. Hello, everyone. Good day. You'd have to like, but you could exploit. You could exploit it and just be like, yeah, this is what I do. Can't help it. And then you'd be famous. Like Dr. Phil would interview you or something like, why do you dance all the time? Like because I just can't help it. Is that real or are you making this up? Are you making? And then he'd be like, and he'd ask his wife, "What do you think, babe? Do you think this is real?" And she'd be like she does every time, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, she's here! She's always here." Sorry, I fucking hate Dr. Phil.
So,
But
okay.
yeah, you can't do that. You can't dance. You can't dance and walk. That's too much. You just then no.
It is a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. Okay. Therapy question number 3. Would you rather have a personal assistant who looks like your favorite celebrity or have front row seats to every concert of your favorite musician? Okay. The reason why I put this in here is because this was a question generated by ChatGPT. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, only AI generated robot could come up with something like this. Because this, like, what kind of stupid, weird question? Would you rather have a personal assistant who looks like your favorite celebrity?
That's fucking weird. Like that'd be weird.
So weird.
That's weird. I mean, like just like, would you rather have a personal assistant or take? You don't need to. They don't need to look like my favorite celebrity. That's creepy as shit. That's some AI generated shit. That's spooky, dude. That's spooky.
Right, right. That's
You're,
like some Zuckerberg shit. Like,
I just want to clone.
like,
I just want to clone you, Andy. I want to clone
okay,
you
so
and
like,
make an assistant that looks
like
like you.
so many things. Like, okay, do you have a favorite celebrity?
Not really.
Yeah, me neither.
And then
So like,
that's
so
just
then,
weird.
so but then like looks like, so if I pick like my favorite actress, so now I'm like, yo, I have an assistant and she looks exactly like, Scarlett Johansson, and like that's how like you're automatically the creepy
Yeah, they're
creepster,
like,
creepster.
hey man, you need to chill out with that, like that.
Yeah,
What?
it's so ridiculous, and and for like AI to think that that's something that you would want. just universally.
That's super weird, though. No, and only an AI chat could come up with some weird ass bullshit like that. What would
Yeah,
you?
versus front row seats to every concert of your favorite musician,
And like,
which like you wouldn't have. It could get old after a while, but you don't have to go to every one. You just get to see like every one you want.
yeah, and you could sell them. So there you go. Like you'd be
Yeah,
crushing it on
and you like think
StubHub.
about yeah,
Every concert, so
yeah,
every time
like
they go on like
bringing girls with
a
you.
world tour. I mean, basically that'd be like
Yeah,
doing what some people's parents did back in like the '60s and '70s. And they're like,
like with Fish
I
and
just toured with the Fish, toured with Grateful Dead, man, and this is the best time of my life.
yeah,
And I'm collecting Social Security, chilling.
right.
I earned it. You're like, what are you talking about, man? But no, yeah, there's so much more you could do with that, and like, I mean, what are some musicians you would
Are
pick?
you sure you don't want a personal assistant that looks exactly like Christopher Walken?
That'd be cool. Your mail is here.
That your mail never seems to scare me.
Yeah. You should open it. Your
Wow.
mail.
You know, I
Wow.
don't.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, your mail is
Do I look like your
downstairs.
favorite celebrity?
I took a couple of your calls. That is so goofy. That'd be awesome. I guess if you got to pick, that'd be
Well,
that because then you could get someone like
it says looks like.
yeah. So then you could get like The Rock, and then The Rock would be just massive. If it looks just like him, then you could be like, hey man, go in there and get some free shit. They'll be like, okay man, fuck yeah. Just like Walker, you have like a Samuel L. Jackson when you just get like unlimited Capital One cards, just running up tabs on Sam L's name, dude. Just like you'd be scamming.
Yeah, and then you're punking him, and you're punking him in the streets. Be like, yeah, Sam's my assistant.
Yeah, he's my assistant. He'd be like, yep, sure am.
Oh, Mr. Glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Say what again? Say
yeah,
what again?
yeah. There's like three types of people: people who would actually use them as an assistant, and it would just be weird, and they'd just be like, "Hey," like it'd be creepy, or it'd be like really creepy, and they'd be like hitting on their clone assistant,
Right.
or it'd be like scammers, like using them to run hustles, like
Yeah.
get deals doing like car shit. Like Macho Man Randy Savage, personal assistant. No one would ever mess with you.
Ooh, the cream
Yeah.
rises to the top.
Oh yeah.
Yep, brother.
I got your mail right here. And I'm telling you now, I'm bringing it to you, yeah. Because the cream rises to the top, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm justifiably in a position. That's like my favorite shit, man. That's so good. There's one where he's like, I mean, he's just amazing. And he's like, it's Mean Gene. And he's like, he came in and he made wrestling do a 180. And he's like, 180. And he's just standing there. He goes, then it spun it around and it did a 360. 360. Just sitting there spinning around in circles. 540. And he's like, all right, stop. You're like, what's with the broom? Because I'm about to sweep the floor, yeah. That's all.
So that's your personal assistant?
Or The Rock, that'd be
So
good
you're
too. Any
no,
wrestler.
no. So the macho man's your personal assistant.
It'd be
and
one
then
of them, the Macho Man Randy Savage or The Rock.
So,
But like wrestling era Rock. But I'd
so
have to,
Rock. Well, how would the Rock do it? What would the Rock say to you, like as your assistant?
I gotta think about that. 'Cause The Rock is like,
He would call you a jabroni and
Yeah.
go get your coffee.
yeah, he would. He'd be like, I'm trying to think. The Rock, because I got some Rock lines.
He's the
He'd be
most
like,
electrifying. man in-
Smackdown Hotel, check in for one. You three jabronis listen here. Out there are millions and millions of Rocks fans. Like, he'd be all into it. I brought you your mail, jabroni. Clean your room up. I'm here to take you to go get a juicy juice.
Because when the Rock gets a juicy juice,
Yeah. I'm going to take you down there, pick you up a juicy juice, turn it sideways, and stick it down your candy throat. And you're like, whoa, shit, dude, this is wild. This is intense.
and then the cream and the juicy juice
Oh, yeah.
rises to the top.
Did somebody say juicy juicy? Oh yeah.
Like the Slim Jims juicy.
Something to a Slim Jim, yeah. Because when you learn, like, if I've watched some of those a bunch, they're so good. They're like so in great. Freak out, yeah. Like just so rowdy. Macho Man Randy Savage and The Rock are like probably my
Yeah.
two favorites. Everyone says Ric Flair, but I'm like, he's
I was
great,
gonna
but
just
he's
say it,
also
Ric
like,
Flair.
but he's also
Woo!
like on the verge of having a heart attack like every time. He's like, I'm coming
Oh,
in.
like Macho Man's not like
No,
about
because
to
he's a
have his
showman. He
heart
comes in
burst
all
from
like,
cocaine.
he comes
Yeah, but
all
he's
in
like on
like,
so much coke.
I'm talking to
Dude.
you, Tito Santana.
No, I just like how Ric Flair he'll woo like while he's in the middle of like a sentence. Like he's like woo, like he's like he'll like cut himself off with a woo.
Listen here, China. Want you to pucker your lips, get close, 1 inch away, get ready to feel the Roxy electricity. Then I'm gonna step back, take my boot, turn it sideways, kick your teeth so far down your throat. There's one where he like makes fun of Triple H in China, and it's just like so peak nonsense. And what's even better is the guys who used to do WWE Raw worked for ESPN for forever. So it's a guy who's like done ESPN late night and all sorts of stuff, but he's the guy interviewing The Rock, and The Rock just like punks him and calls him a jabroni, throws a shirt on his head.
Have you seen the China sex tape?
No,
China the wrestler, y'all.
no, I haven't.
But I'm sure the country
R.I.P.
China has a
R.I.P.
sex tape.
She had some issues, man. There at the end, she was a little bit. There was a dark side of the ring that was like pretty interesting. She went through some crazy shit.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
all did though. They all did because
Yeah.
wrestling's fucked up.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, final therapy question. Therapy question number 4. Would you rather always have to take cold showers or never be able to use a cell phone again?
I mean, obviously, it's take cold showers.
Always.
Yeah, because I can do other things that are warm. I could get in the hot tub, go to a hot springs. I can find hot water to get on my body. It just sucks. Every morning I wake up and I take a cold shower. There's some weird people that do that every day.
Yeah, I guess it would suck if every morning you woke up. Yeah, I know.
That's
I
gonna
try
suck.
to like I'll like at the end of my shower, I try to turn it on cold and then see how long I can last, and it's always like 2 seconds maybe.
I had a period of time where like a water heater went out and it was getting replaced by the landlord, and I could only take cold showers for like 2 months, 3 months. It was rowdy because they lived out of state in Canada and they had to get it. It was like when that shit was like uber expensive, or there was like, I don't know. They always got some bullshit. They're like, oh, there's a shortage on, AC fans. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? But they got it sent, and but for a bit, I had to take a cold shower. Yeah, for almost like 3 months. Shit was wild. It sucked ass.
It's supposed to be really good for you.
So whenever I took a hot shower for the first time in forever, it like burned. I was like, oh my god, this is painful because it was
Yeah,
so hot. I
but
wasn't used to it.
did you feel like you're more like clear and stuff like throughout the day because like cold plunges? I really believe in that shit, and like a cold shower, I would assume is pretty similar, but it's supposed to like really
You
like
and Joey
improve the
Bag
way
of
your brain
Donuts.
works.
Joey Bag of Donuts is
Fuck
in
Joey
the.
Bag of Donuts. He
Do you
stole
think?
that shit from me.
Do you think he could
Actually,
last
where
longer than
I got
Joey
that
Bag
from
of
was,
Donuts?
I don't know, because his fat body probably would keep his ass warm. That's right, but he is bald. Um, no, I got it from Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins, banana hands.
He has like a cold plunge like built into his like backyard, and like it's like he just like shoots down it and then holds on the bars at the bottom.
Hmm.
I bet it would be tight. All right. So cold showers or cell phone? I guess the cold showers, because what would suck also is like having to borrow a cell phone every time you needed a fucking phone.
Yeah, you'd be like a hipster. So there's like you could move to.
I guess you still couldn't even use it. It's not like you can't have one. You can't even borrow one.
Yeah, so I
You
mean,
can't even have a burner phone.
you'd be like a hipster. You'd be like, sorry, man, I don't have a cell phone. You'd be one of those fucking people, and it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Ugh. Ugh.
Hit me up on my landline.
Yeah.
I'll check my messages when I get home. Beep. "Hey, this is Joseph. Don't have a cell phone, so just leave a voicemail and I'll call you back as soon as I can."
That's right. I am an asshole.
Yeah, don't
I
for
don't have a cell phone, but I do
yeah.
have a landline. Do my parents have a landline? I'm up at the parents' house, y'all, and they don't ever answer it, but they keep it. It just rings all day, and it's like so annoying. I'm like,
Yeah, because it's just sales calls now. So now they're probably not calling their cell phone. They're calling the landline for the house. They're calling the land.
right,
That's
but
genius.
then turn the ringer off.
Nah, it could be important.
Then they're never gonna pick it up. My dad, like before he had the stroke, he would always get like aggro on the phone, with like when people would call,
Yeah.
and now like he has aphasia, has a hard time like figuring out the words he wants to say and stuff. But the only time that the landline does get picked up, my dad answers it, and he's like, "Hello, Dolly," and then they say something, and he's like, "Yes." And then they like continue to talk to him, and he just goes and he just hangs up and puts it back every time. So he's still clowning him, but
Yeah, he's
uh,
clowning him, dude. That's awesome.
the best was whenever me, my buddy Adam, and my brother, we had a prank call recording, and it was like where it left blanks for the person to respond, and so it would call the landline, the recording would start, and then it would record the whole conversation so you can listen back. This is like early smartphones, and so we did it to my dad, and it was like, "Hey man," and my dad's like, "Hello." He's like, "Hey man, you hit my car, man." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you hit my car, man." And then and then my dad just goes into straight G mode. He goes, "Yeah, I hit your car, and I'll fucking hit it again." And he goes, "Hey man, you have insurance, man? Do you have insurance?" And this is like a recording. And my dad goes, "Yeah, I've got insurance. Your mama's insurance." And it just goes on, and we were like, so we can't hear it while it's happening.
Yeah.
So we just wait like a few minutes, and then we like go and click on the recording, and we like couldn't breathe. We were laughing so hard, and we listened to it like 10 times, and then we go downstairs and we just all look at him, and he looks at us, and he's like, "Oh." But like he didn't know that whole time, like until we went down there, that it was all fake.
Man, he was so fucking funny, man. He
I
is.
know.
He's fucking
Yeah.
hilarious. He caught us doing so much goofy shit, and his responses were always so great. Like, hey, what the fuck are you two doing? Nothing, man. Leave us alone. Bullshit. You're up to something. Yeah, good times.
All right. Good times. Now let's move on to the current events, y'all.
All right. Well, this is kind of a.
Joseph
This is like a.
just made a trip to California.
Oh yeah, yeah. Before we do that, so I went to California, saw my grandma. Dude, I saw the wildest shit. The first morning I was there, walking to the corner store to go get a yerba mate, and like it's a liquor store, but the liquor store is open at like 8 out there. It's fantastic. So I'm walking down. So going, I see these two weirdo kids in like all black with hoodies, like posted up outside, over by the parking lot fence, and they walk in like maybe 20 feet in front of me, come sprinting the fuck out. These kids have got to be like 15, 16, but one of them was 16 because one of them was still sitting in a car behind me that was running, which I didn't realize. But they come running by me with all this shitty liquor. And these three like 15-year-old kids go in and just swipe these display stands clean of all of these booze, take off down the street, run right by me. What's funny is it was obvious what they were doing, and I thought about it. I was like, man, I should just like trip one of these fools, like just like fuck these kids, right? But I didn't. I was like, no, 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 I'm
What?
not trying to. I don't, because it's crazy. Like by my sister's, there's like a really nice like kindergarten through fifth grade like Montessori school that like famous people take their kids to and shit. So it's like, and they're all dropping their kids off at school. So all these little kids are walking into school and they see these other kids run up like at this car parked in front of the drop off line, and it's got this kid in it. So they all hop in this car, blow through this red light, and take off, I guess, to go to school. Go inside and
At
like
8 a.m.
yeah, at eight
I
at
like
like
it.
at like at like
Dude,
8:30 a.m. The county's like, "Do you see those fucking kids?" Oh, but they leave, and I catch like I know obviously it's a white Jetta, a white four-door Jetta, and I caught the first like four letters of their license plate. It's like because I was like, oh, what are these kids doing? So I stop, I
Did
turn
you rat
around.
them out?
Oh fuck yeah, I did, dude. Their
Oh
picture.
my
Listen to this.
god, bro! Take that shit back to Texas.
Nah, man. Their picture is on the front door. She was like, "This is like the fifth or sixth time these fucking kids have done this." She was losing it. She was this lady that's in there
They
by
just keep
herself.
robbing the
Yeah, the
same
same
place.
place. They just run in
So where
there.
their pictures on the door and they just
Yes,
hit them again.
they just hit him again, dude. And I watched
God
it happen. And
damn.
I was like, "Well, do you?" I was like, "Well, do you want to know what they were driving?" She was like, "Well, the cops don't do shit. They can't do shit because it's like they're not
I know
stealing
they.
that much."
Yeah,
But dude, they would stole like
yeah.
New Amsterdam vodka, pink lemonade vodka, like a bottle of Jim Beam or something like that. It was like just not good shit. But I was like, dude, okay. The display for this liquor is like right by the front door. So she said a kid walked in and bought a bag of chips for $10. He put a bag of chips down, handed her a $10 bill. Right when she took the dollar bill and was going to make change, these two kids burst in the door. All three of them grab shit and take off and run. So they
At
have
least she
like
came up on 10.
that's what I said. I was like, you got 10, but then she realized like oh I told her I was like, well, she's like they go to the school and I know they go to the school and I've called the school, but they don't do anything. But why would you keep the liquor right by the front door? After like the second time you got hit with that,
Right.
you think you'd fucking move it in the back corner and make it difficult to get to. Not like post it up like, hey guys,
Yeah.
here's like, because that's all they did. They took it all. They had like
Come and get it.
like 4 to 5 bottles each, like cling, 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 cling. Just these goofy little scrawny kids in hoodies. And they blow through this red light, take this, like run a red light, take a left turn. So I was like, hey, well, do you want to know what they're driving? She was like, yeah. And so I told her, and I was like, I got the first four of the license plate. Because she was on the phone with her boss. And dude, they're lucky that they couldn't get caught by this woman. She was like 6'2", well built, and wearing this like wolf howling at a big moon behind it, but it was like grayish pink tie-dye. Like this woman meant fucking business, and she was like irate, where I was like, oh man, they're so like the counter stopped, so the door's right here, but the counter stops it, and she can't jump, she probably couldn't jump over the counter, and the exit's way down that way, so she'd have to run around to run out. It's like you can't catch them, right, unless you hop the
Well,
counter.
that's a flaw in the store. Like, you know.
And yet she had the door propped open. So you have
Yeah.
like, come on, bruh. Like, you know they're gonna do
Yeah,
it.
you're just looking to get robbed.
Exactly. I think she's trying to set them up. I was like, dude, one of these days she's gonna tase one of them. Like right when they run in, she's like, "Gah, gah, gah," and that's gonna happen. And then she's gonna call the cops. And be like, I got one. But yeah. So I had to, man. These kids gotta learn, dude. It's unruly. Everybody's
It's
right.
unruly.
California is just a dangerous place. It's a wild world. No, but I went to some cool places. I went to like the Dresden. I went out to Malibu. Went to Venice Beach. I like got to hang out. I got to see my grandma. She made me chicken gumbo. Got to hang out with her a bunch, which was really nice. She's just like, I mean, she's 92. Her garden's incredible. Whereas it's just mind blowing. Then you think that she's out there like planting this stuff. My aunt helps her, but my grandma like tends to that shit. She's got an outside walker that's got a like saddle thing on it and a basket that's got all of her tools and shit. And she's out there like digging in the ground all day. It's crazy. It's like wild. And she needs to use her walker, but she hates it. So we're taking pictures, and she's like, "Get that walker out. I don't want that in this picture. Get it out of here." And I have to move it. And then when she's done, she's like, "I'm gonna hold on to my Joseph. He's got me. I'll be fine." And then so I set it off to the side. And then whenever we're done, she's like, "Get my walker." I'm like, "Okay, here you go." She's like, "The ground's
Walker
uneven."
Texas Ranger.
Yeah, dude. She's a badass. She's out, and the house is like beautiful. She's just got it on point. Just a badass woman. So it was a lot of fun to hang out with her, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I saw an accident on the 405 too. I saw like a shit flying. Yeah, that was wild. That was pretty crazy. Everybody is.
You saw it like actually happen.
Yeah,
you saw an accident on the 405. Good job, bro.
No, it was like 2 cars in front of me. Like I watched these 2 people hit, and then I passed this car that was like dragging shit with sparks. Like, oh fuck. It was pretty wild. It was a good time, man. I had a really good time. Ready for these articles?
Ready for the articles.
All right, article number one. It's kind of a two-parter, but it says the title of the article by the Philadelphia Inquirer. Let's go. Why was this massive Trump scandal hiding in plain sight for 28 months? Shocking allegation that then President Trump's lawyer Rudy Giuliani was selling pardons for 2 million got lost. Why it matters now. To keep it short, and we can get into other things because this is a part of another lawsuit. He's being sued by a former personal assistant who's also accused him of this. This is investigating. She supposedly has corroborating evidence. There's text messages where he's inquired about, does anybody need a pardon? It's $2 million, and it's going to be split between Trump and Rudy Giuliani himself, 50-50 for these pardons. And then he's also being accused of like sexual harassment and a bunch of other wild shit. And there's a bunch of crazy text messages. Like Rudy Giuliani is just a complete and total creep. But leading up to the end of the presidency, he was actively pursuing people for pardons. You know, he did pardon Roger Stone. Or was it Roger Stone? Rob Blagojevich.
Roger Stone, Paul Manafort.
Yeah, Paul Manafort's punk ass. Michael Flynn.
Michael Flynn. Yeah.
Like, oh, dude, like, what is
uh,
this? What is? That's
yeah.
crazy.
He also like unrelated to all the Russia stuff. Well, may probably not actually. He pardoned like the dudes from Blackwater, Betsy DeVos's brothers, like
Yeah,
shit company in Iraq that like murdered people.
yeah,
He
Blackwater
pardoned
show.
those. Yeah, he pardoned those guys too.
I'm sure. Mark hindsight, Trump showed up. Where is it? Yeah, the outgoing president issued 144 pardons and commutations as he wielded one of his few utterly unchecked powers granted in the U.S. Constitution. That's wild. So basically, he was a walking Indeed ad. Rudy Giuliani was out there being like, "Hey, need a pardon? Like, we're looking. It's $2 million. That's fucking crazy." Out there selling pardons. That's a crime. And there's text
Yeah.
messages between
Well,
this
you
assistant.
you hold on. You bring up Blagojevich. Like Blagojevich went to prison because he was trying to sell. He was the governor of Illinois, and Barack Obama was the senator of Illinois until he became the president. So therefore, Illinois had an open Senate seat, and Blagojevich, the governor, was trying to sell that Barack Obama's Senate seat to the highest bidder, and so he went to prison. And now, this selling a pardon is the same shit.
Yeah, well, and there's the recordings of him where he's like, I got this golden egg, this golden goose or some shit. What does he say? Something golden or golden ticket. I think that's what it was. He's like, I got a golden ticket right now, and I'm not gonna let that go for nothing. Some like just sleazy ass. And then I love that he went in with that haircut and it was all black and it came out. And it was just like ghost white, like just like came out just like. But it's kind of silver fox status, so he's rocking it. But 144 pardons is a lot.
Well, Barack Obama pardoned a lot of people, but it was he had an entire team set up to pardon people who like were in for nonviolent drug offenses.
Well, yeah,
Uh,
that's way different. Okay, we're gonna.
yeah, no, I know,
Yeah,
and
that's
it
like,
wasn't even as many as you would think. Like I thought he was gonna get like thousands of people out, and it was like a few hundred, I think.
and so yeah, it's a $10 million lawsuit. This is by the New Republic. It's a Twitter post that's I've pulled up, but it says a litany of disturbing accusations against Rudy Giuliani make up a $10 million lawsuit, buttressed by phone records, thousands of emails, and recorded conversations, all brought by the victim, Noelle Dunphy. So she was recording their conversations, has saved all of these things, has all of these emails, have presented all of it, or is in the process of, and has filed this $10 million lawsuit. So they're saying that it's almost beneficial that all the people on the Trump side are Trumpers or whatever, and the people in Capitol Hill really want him to just like settle this and not have it go to court, so none of that information comes out. And that's where we always would hope that Noel decides to hold out and actually go to court. You know, it's almost like the Dominion lawsuit where Dominion could have forced all of that information to become like public and gone through the whole thing, and in the end they settled for like a little over $500 million, or Yeah, $500 million, as where they could have held out for the whole billion, the
No,
1.6.
787
That's
million.
right, 787. Still a little over $500 million, so $250 million, which is a shit ton of money when you're worth 80 million. But if they would have held out, there would have been more information that would have become public. So they're hoping Smartmatic
Well,
does
then it
that.
started becoming public anyways.
Well, yeah, well they're hoping that Smartmatic
Yeah, but
chooses to stick it out.
so you're saying that as far as Giuliani, they're asking him to settle this so that the shit about them criming about selling pardons comes out.
Yeah, because if they sell it and they're able to produce all these emails and all these things, that would tie Trump to selling pardons, which would be a crime in itself. That'd be a whole nother
Right.
thing. And then you also got to think that there's other information and other things in those emails that might tie back to other shit.
Well,
Because
they're not just emails. There's phone recordings, a shit ton of phone recordings. However, the selling of the pardons is not recorded. However, but there is, like as you said, corroborating evidence surrounding it,
yeah, there's text
and
messages.
the right, and this lady has no reason to even lie about that. Like she's not like that just came up in the conversation with her. She like she was just like talking about how this guy's been sexually like harassing her,
Now, some of the
and
texts have been leaked, so some of that stuff's like already public, and
right,
it's
but
yeah, it's pretty wild.
my point is though, like whenever she's going like getting deposed, uh like she's not like this isn't like a play to get Giuliani and Trump arrested for selling pardons. It's like has nothing to do with it. It just that came out in the discovery process.
Yeah, so I mean, if but then that's the type of stuff that if Special Counsel Jack Smith decides to subpoena,
Oh, I'm sure like that's already yeah.
th-
Whether Rudy settles or not, like he's like, wait, what?
and that's where there's been
Like
a
just
lot
like
of leaks. There's been a lot of leaks out of the DOJ recently surrounding all of these people about them subpoenaing Trump's international business records and potentially taking money and selling government secrets and maybe having evidence of that. And they're looking for just the financial records to back that people. And I think that if Giuliani can settle this and doesn't go to
well, yeah,
court,
like with
oh no, if he doesn't go to court, it'll just kind of sweep it up.
I um yeah, well, I guess that there's probably just one Giuliani. I don't know, dude. A special prosecutor can just go get it if it exists. He can just go do whatever they did, just to interview that lady.
Oh yeah, I'm sure if he hasn't already. That's where they said that he subpoenaed like
Yeah,
his international business records like months ago. We're just hearing about it now.
right. So yeah, what they're looking at is they're looking at what the information was in the classified documents that Trump like tried to keep from the FBI, and what countries would benefit from having that information, and then they're gonna cross-reference it with his financial dealings, and then it's gonna be like, boom, you got paid like $10 million from the Saudis, and one of the documents you had was like on Iran's like nuclear program, you know.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, that'll be interesting, and we won't even fully know what was in those things. But in regards to this, they've also subpoenaed their financial records in regards to this. So now they've subpoenaed Giuliani's financial records in regards to these $2 million pardon payments to see if people paid $2 million to get a fucking pardon because he passed out 144 of them, and some of those people are interesting people. Giuliani.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised
Oh,
if I wouldn't be surprised if that they didn't sell any of them because they're just incompetent.
yeah, that Giuliani bragged he could obtain a Trump pardon for the exact price of $2 million. That Big Data would be divided between Trump, and if true, that wasn't a yeah. That's a bribe, dude.
Right. Pay me $2 million and we'll pardon you.
There's man Giuliani like took on like the New York
But
crime.
the reason why they're doing his financial records is because he in recorded messages and emails he said that he got $1 million from somebody that but he's had his friend take the
Oh
$1 million.
yeah, that too.
Yeah, so he could hide it from his wife who's divorcing him so she
Yeah,
can't get the money.
yeah. That's
Good job.
That's so
Um,
crazy. That's so
yeah,
wild. And one of the texts was, "Can I shower with you?"
yeah, that's what he said.
That's
We talked about this last week with Alex. Remember?
yeah, but now we have so
We are
much.
talking about Rudy Giuliani like as a penguin trying to get into the shower.
The penguin.
Yeah, the penguin. That's right.
Shout out Danny
I want to go
DeVito.
on to this next topic.
Let me pull it up. Yeah,
So the next one is our boy, like we probably covered this guy more than anybody does, and Fox News covered. He's like on Fox News every
I
day.
called it before
But
anybody else was. That Ron DeSantis is
yeah,
going
we
to
were on
run for
top of this.
president. Yeah.
And I called that his whole campaign would implode before it started. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday, May 23rd, and tomorrow, Wednesday, May 24th. Meatball pudding fingers. Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, will declare for presidency of the United States. And guess where he's going to do it? He's going to do it on Twitter Spaces in a conversation with Elon Musk. Joseph, what
Fuck.
the fuck?
So stupid. When I
Is he
saw that.
trolling us? Is he
No, well,
trolling
and
us?
this is where like Elon could get in a little bit of trouble because he complained. He complained that Twitter was being used to promote. Hold on, wait, what? Oh, okay.
Promote like a left wing agenda?
Yeah, like it was being used to promote a left wing agenda and help have what's his name? Joe Biden get
Biden.
elected. Yeah, they were like, "Hey, you're actively doing this. You're suppressing these stories. You won't let people see Hunter Biden's penis." And now everyone's really mad. So he was buying it, and part of it was a suppression of free speech. I'm interested to see if he allows anybody else to use this platform for something like that, whether he agrees with them or not, and if he does, if he chooses to join them. Because if he doesn't, then it's like the peak hypocrisy. Like Twitter's going to completely implode on itself because then it'll be uber transparent on what Elon Musk is doing. He's already been kind of criticized. He's been promoting and giving a larger platform, unbanned a lot of controversial people on Twitter. Whether you believe in that or not, he's definitely got his own agenda and he controls the button. You know what I'm saying?
He's completely full of shit. He's been full of shit since day one. Turkey just had a fucking election, and they asked him if he could censor Twitter in Turkey, like on people talking shit about Erdogan, and he did. He said that he only censored 50% of what they asked him to. It's like so you censored it. Twitter famously before Elon took over went to bat and like has like sued countries for trying to censor shit on Twitter. Now with Elon, who's supposed to be all about free speech, is like actively working with oppressive governments. Like Erdogan is like a pseudo dictator, even though he's in NATO and it's a democracy. Like he acts like a strong man, and he's just like his first chance he gets, he's like, yo, I'll acquiesce to this
Do you
bullshit.
think they're paying him to do that?
No, I don't know what the fuck he's doing, dude. Like, he was never about free speech. Like, you make fun of him, he'll take the fucking tweet down. Like, he'll suppress speech, like, during elections, for the dictator, the incumbent. Like, get the fuck out. I don't understand what Ron DeSantis is like. Like, what is this? Like, is Elon a reporter? Like, is he a journalist? Like the conversation with Elon. I didn't know Elon had conversations like where why? Because he owns Twitter now. That he's like going to be a good interviewer or a person.
Yeah, I
It's like,
don't.
and also it's like when somebody announces for president, usually like the person, like the reporter, like Caitlin Collins, who did the town hall with Trump, like that was supposed to give her clout. It kind of backfired on her. But like it usually the reporter who gets the scoop, gets the clout. DeSantis had to find like Elon because his clout, he's down 39 points on Trump. So he's like, oh, how do I boost it? He's like, let me talk to Elon and hype myself up. It's like, and nobody's even on Twitter anymore. Twitter Spaces, and like, what if it fucks up, or what if somebody like starts making fun of
Elon
his
has
pudding fingers?
embarrassed himself so many times on Twitter Spaces, and Ron DeSantis, Meatball Ron, is such a wiener. It's such a weird, like, it just doesn't make sense.
Right. And so what is he gonna do? Like, see, I'm pro jobs and shit. No, like, what is? I don't understand the connection. Is it gonna be anti woke culture? It's like, but you guys, what about banning books, dude? Like, is that not banning free
He
speech?
had a real cringe moment on Spaces where somebody was like, "Oh, like talking about hate crimes and how there's hate involved in every crime, so therefore every crime should be designated a hate crime." And he
Oh
had
my god,
some like cringy ass comment in regards to it.
that's like an all. That's like saying all lives matter.
Yeah, basically that's what he's saying. He's like all crime, like all hate crimes, all crimes are hate crimes. Something cringy as fuck, and then hung up on Spaces. Like he embarrasses himself constantly on his own platform. It's incredible. And to have Ron DeSantis, who's like fighting Disney, the largest employer in the state of Florida, getting screwed over by boards that are walking out, and then he doesn't realize it till later, like, oh shit, they totally took away all of our power, now I gotta pay for everything.
And then Bob
Dis-
Iger cancels the campus they were gonna build
yeah, a
there.
billion-dollar campus, and then they've been discussing pulling out another $16 billion out of Florida in future projects. They're talking about pulling total 17 plus $1 billion out of the state of Florida and making their main hub now just in California. They're just going to dip and take everything to California. They could fucking move Disney World if they wanted to. They could literally pack up their shit and leave.
I actually know somebody whose job was moving to Florida, and he was all worried about it. And then on Thursday, I was talking to him, and he's like, "Shit's changed. Shit's changed," because that job that was moving to Florida was one of those jobs that is now not going to Florida.
Yeah, now they're staying in California. They're just like, oh, we're
Yeah,
just gonna hire them all here. And he also has recently signed he's banned all gender affirming care, including for adults. So it wasn't so like that's another thing that Ron DeSantis has just done is his bill on like don't say gay. If somebody says I'm feeling gay today and they reference happy and they reference they're happy, we're arresting their fucking parents. That's a little hyperbolic, but that's kind of what it is. And now he's just banned all gender affirming care for everyone who lives in Florida, regardless of age, unless there's like all these crazy, I think, stipulations that have to like transpire for you to be able to do that. So that includes people who are grown ass adults who maybe voted for him. Who fucking knows? And now he just took away their right to even have access to that in the entire state of Florida.
okay, this is a guy, and this is real. The camera caught like when he was up speaking like last week or something, and written on a piece of paper that he brought with him, like notes. It says, "Remember to be likable." He has to write a note to be likable. How about this? How about stop trying to pass all these stupid fucking laws and go after the happiest place on earth or the most magical place on earth, Disney? It's like, you know what I'm saying, man?
I genuinely think Iger came back because DeSantis started
Just to fuck
fucking.
with him.
Yeah, just to fuck with him. Just to like flex that Disney dick and be like, you know what, man? Some power smoking, anti Semitic white guy started this company, and if anybody's gonna bring it down, it's gonna be him when he comes back in the future and we
God damn
unfreeze
it.
his head and we put him back together like Darth Maul or some wild shit like that. Cause we own lightsabers, bitch. We own those too. Like he's Bob Iger's
I
back,
mean,
just like throwing
between
knucks, bro.
between Bob Iger and Ron DeSantis, there's a viable presidential candidate. It's just not Ron DeSantis.
No, it'd be like Bob Iger and Gavin Newsom.
Well, Bob Iger has thought about running for president before, but he said he's not going to this year or this election. Um,
It's just a weird
yeah,
space, a weird place to announce it. Like I don't like on Twitter Spaces, like, you know, pick up some crypto scammers, pick up the
yeah.
crypto bros,
So you're a
pushing.
bot, bro. You're a
Yeah,
bot.
he's gonna come out with DeSantis coin. DeSantis
Oh,
coin.
oh yeah, yeah. And he sell it to all the like to the village or what do they call like the huge
The
retirement?
villages.
Yeah, the villages. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that's where Christ coin would take off.
Dude, I want to move to the villages when I'm old, just to fuck with people.
They have a huge STD outbreak.
Well, that's that'd be Stay away from that, obviously.
Hell yeah.
Or I just live right outside, like right on the other side of the gate. I'd like buy up a bunch of property and just build some big mansion, and be like hang out with, just piss them
And
off
then
because
his
that'd be
pimp, and
fun.
then his pimp.
pimp out the hoes from the villages. No, because then I'd be just like pumping STDs into like to the greater Orlando area. So I'm fine on that.
Okay, like Orlando doesn't
Yeah,
have any.
that's true.
Like it's
True.
Florida, dude. It's Florida.
True. That's very true.
Yeah, make America Florida.
No,
Like
absolutely not.
that's but that is his campaign.
It's going to be interesting to see the direction it takes, and just doing it with Elon Musk. Like, these people are like laughable. They're like characters in a fucking cartoon. I'm going to go on the platform that was bought by a pro free speech activist who's actually full of shit, who's the heir of a child labor apartheid emerald mine in Africa. And he bought an electric car company and rebranded it and turned it into something that he claims is his, and takes government money to build rockets because he's going to fucking Pluto. It's like the most ridiculous shit. If in okay, like Lex
Okay, but
Luthor is
no, hold on. If hold on. If you okay, like this is how you need like Ron DeSantis's team is out of control. Is because if you're making the most important announcement of your entire life, which is like you have a shot to become the president of the United States, and this is the day you're announcing it, you're gonna put in the variable that Elon Musk is riding along with you on that. Like you're gonna just fingers crossed he doesn't fuck that up for you. Like, come on, man.
yeah, because Elon's gonna be asking stupid ass questions. They're
Exactly.
talking about
Exactly.
himself.
One question it throws them off, and it's gonna be like it's gonna go fucking viral, and it's like it's over.
Trump's super PAC mocked DeSantis' choice of venue for his announcement, calling it one of the most out of touch campaign launches in modern history. The only thing less relatable than a niche campaign launch on Twitter is DeSantis's after party at the Uber Elite Four Seasons Resort in Miami. MAGA Inc. said in a statement on Tuesday. That's awesome. Because you know they just went out and picked up some like mad shit talkers for these super PACs. Like, what did he say? He's doing it on fucking Twitter, man. You're telling me
Yeah.
that motherfucker's doing it on Twitter? Not even
Well,
Rumble?
right. I
What
mean,
about
yeah,
Flickr? He ain't doing it on Flickr? Come on, man. This boy wild.
well, you remember they have True Social, so this is like plays,
He
you know,
ain't
like
even he ain't even truthing it. Can you believe
right,
that?
right. So it's DeSantis and Twitter versus Trump and Truth.
Yeah, but Trump has access to his Twitter account. He just doesn't
I
post
know, but
anything.
he that's
He's
because he's like
contractually bound. He made a contract with
he doesn't want to fuck
himself.
with the money.
Yeah, he made a contract with
He's like,
himself.
I can't help myself. I'll get back on Twitter. Make me write a contract.
I'm gonna write it out. It's gonna be a big contract. It's gonna be the biggest one. It's gonna be one of the greatest deals I've ever signed. And I'm gonna be done with Twitter. I'm gonna be done with it. That's right. I know, folks. Everyone's like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" I'm done. But don't worry, we'll be back on Truth Social in a big way. It's gonna be the biggest app in the world. But you gotta do his like his Sudafed drip.
All right, let's
Sniffles.
move on to the final topic.
Oh, but dude, tune into that.
Yeah, tune into that.
Oh my God, please tune into that. Last
All right,
one.
so this is funny
Okay, so
because
this
Joseph
is
has thoughts about this.
so like I was out there, and my sister, she works for a large company that does a lot of video production and TV shows, and decided, she was lucky, and she's badass at her job and kept her job while a lot of people were losing them. That's where we'll leave it at. But she works for a company. She knows a lot of people, and she was telling me about OZEMPIC. So I know OZEMPIC, which is like for diabetes. It's like a stomach shot for type 2 diabetes. And then she exposed me to this entire world of people using Ozempic to lose weight. And it blew my fucking mind. Some of the pictures of people from doing Ozempic and how much weight they've lost is insane. And it's not that they're just losing fat, they're losing like lean muscle mass. So supposedly, like, you take this Ozempic shot, it's about $1,500 a week. $1,500 a week, one shot per
Not
week.
necessarily, but yeah. Okay.
Well, if if you have
we'll say that. We'll say.
Okay, well, so if you're average Joe, you don't have diabetes, and you want to take Ozempic for the side effects and to lose weight in a short period of time,
They are prescribing it for that.
Yeah, for people with like heart disease and a lot of people that have
or
lots
no, or obesity and stuff.
obesity, not somebody who's not obese and just wants to like lose a little bit of weight and slim the fuck up, because that's what it's being used as.
Right,
You have
right.
people that are already in like decent shape, but we're trying to lose more, or people who are trying to lose like 15 pounds in like 2 weeks. Because when you take Ozempic, you don't eat. If you don't suffer from all this stuff, you don't fucking eat. So that, and somehow it like stabilizes you. So people are losing like crazy weight, man. It's like the wildest shit ever. People drop in 40 pounds in like
I've
six
actually
weeks. I'm
I've
serious.
actually
That's
like thought about
crazy.
taking. I've thought about taking it. Like I'm
You
surprised that you
don't
just
have
heard about
diet.
this.
Yeah, well, I knew that it's a side effect. Not that people were just being like, "Oh, I'm already in like decent shapes." There's tons of actors, tons of
No,
actresses.
so Weight Watchers bought this company. Weight Watchers bought Ozempic.
Mm, I didn't know that.
Okay.
I thought we talked.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Jenny Craig
So
that
this
went
is
under.
we're well past the this is a side effect of Ozempic. This is the main purpose of Ozempic, to the point where people who have diabetes are having a hard time getting the
Getting it,
drug.
yeah, because people are
It's like
you. Yeah,
ivermectin.
and now they're talking about it potentially is good for like memory loss. It's like there's some.
It's a miracle. It's the miracle drug, and I listened to the CEO of Weight Watchers, and yeah, it's a miracle drug, bro. We're here. We don't have to worry about exercise ever again. We have fixed obesity, allegedly.
No way, man. There's gonna be some sort of wild ass side effects. Like
Ozempic, start paying your boys.
it's
Start
gonna
paying your
it's gonna
boys.
it's
Big
gonna
pharma.
cause like osteoporosis and like everybody or something
No, so
weird.
this is the thing is the catch is you have to take it for the rest of your life. So once you stop taking it, then you immediately like you gain the weight back and more. I've heard stories where they gain more because
Really?
like yeah, so like somebody like had taken it, lost a shit ton of weight, and then like didn't keep up with it and was like 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 bigger than they were to begin with.
But what if you decided to diet and watch your weight and watch that stuff? Could you slim down on Ozempic and then maintain? Is that possible?
Well, if you were like
I mean, the
that,
transformations are wild. I'm not going to name
yeah,
drop
yeah, yeah.
anyone. The transformations are fucking wild. Not to mention, like when you don't eat. So like you don't eat. If you eat food, you get uncontrollably sick and get diarrhea. So like if you decide to eat food, you're gonna shit your pants. So basically, if you are taking Ozempic to lose weight, it's because you're not eating any food.
Yeah, but you're not hungry.
That
It's
that's not
like everybody
necessarily.
could just stop eating, but like it doesn't you're not hungry when you're on it, I think. And but the thing is it's like if you just don't if you just like without Ozempic, fast or like don't eat, like it doesn't necessarily like your body goes into starvation mode and starts like storing fat, I think. I'm not a doctor,
Well,
but with
no,
Ozempic,
I
it like cures that part of it. So it's just all you're doing is just like it's like shedding weight.
Yeah, but you're shedding weight because you're not eating. This is the mark of the beast, man. Ozempic is gonna turn
Your
us
body has plenty of shit to feed itself with.
off of Ozempic.
No, off of like the fat that you have.
Well, yeah, but then you're gonna stop taking it. So you gotta stick yourself in the stomach every week to make sure you're not fat.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild to me.
Yeah.
No, that's
You
craziness.
go to the gym every day to make sure you're not fat. What's once a week with a shot?
Well, but you're not. You have no muscle. You'll just be twigs. You'll be all
No,
twiggy.
you can have muscle. I don't think that no muscle part is a part of this. I
No,
don't know.
you
Like
you have to. So what I was watching a
you wouldn't
doctor.
take it. You
No,
wouldn't take it like right before like our 20-year reunion coming up.
no, I
A
don't
couple
give.
years.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give two shits. Whatever. I don't think I went to our 10 year. I don't give two fuck.
I haven't been to one yet, but
Yeah.
20 years sounds right. Sounds right to me.
Have they
If I got
had?
my shit together in 2 years.
Have they had more than one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, I don't even fucking know. I don't even fucking go.
Yeah, 'cause they're all in Texas, and I've been out here in California, broke.
In the stew.
Well, you know,
Labbing in the stew.
5 year I was broke, 10 year I think I was broke, and then 15 year I think that was like pandemic.
Yeah, I'll say we didn't have that. We didn't have a
Yeah, that was
15.
2020.
Yes, the
Yeah,
last one was the 10 year.
yeah.
I went to one of my friends' weddings instead.
Loser.
No, I
But
was in the wedding. It was
would you do Ozempic?
no. I think
No,
that's fucking weird.
I definitely would. Send me some free samples.
But I did have hear this doctor talking about it and saying like if you're gonna do that and you don't want to lose all the muscle mass, and because like people lose a shit ton of muscle on Ozempic, like because like if you stop, like they just become like twigs. So you have to have you have to like really work the fuck out and find other ways to consume proteins, where you can like not without like there's certain who's like talking about you have to find a
You
way
mean
to
like going down on that pussy? Get that protein.
yeah sure whatever that is. No, I mean, I don't know. This shit is blowing my mind. I thought it was for people with diabetes, and now it's for people.
Everybody out here in LA is on it.
I
And
know.
there's a like a downside to this. The downside, like there's like fake Ozempic.
There's three different
Uh,
types, so I'll pull up the wiki
I know,
because.
no, but like there's counterfeit shit.
Oh, I'm sure. But there's a certain
You're
thing
gonna pull
that's
up the three different kinds.
no, yeah, absolutely. There's three. There's an active drug that's in it. Ozempic. Bam. Bum, bum, bum. What's it called? Semaglutide. Semaglutide
Yeah.
under the brand names Ozempic, Wegovy, and Riblusis is an anti-diabetic medication used for the treatment of type 2 diabetes and an anti-obesity medication used for long-term weight management. So that's like, someone comes in and they have health issues and they're 400 pounds. They put them on Ozempic.
Ozempic.
But now there's like Ozempic face where people's faces start to slim up and their skin starts to sag. So there's a thing called
Yeah.
Ozempic face where it's like you can
Yeah.
tell when someone's on it because their face like slims the fuck up and looks super weird. And their skin starts to get droopy because they're not just losing fat, they're losing their muscle mass. That's creepy as fuck. No, I wouldn't want to take
Dude,
Ozempic.
they're gonna perfect it. They're gonna perfect it.
That's terrifying. That is
It's
some.
like how it's how like a Botox and plastic surgery was real whack like in the 90s, but like now it's like
It's
you
so
go in.
whack, and you can tell you like they all have the same face. It's like you all look the same.
Now no, but the thing is a lot of people have it and you don't even know because you can't tell.
No, Botox, you can tell. You're like, I saw you 2 weeks ago, and your face was normal, and now you walked in. And because when you stop,
No,
like,
bro.
no, because then when you stop, it's like your lips get kind of deflated.
Okay, well that's lip injectors. I'm talking
Filler.
like
Oh,
yeah.
though my forehead doesn't move.
Yeah.
Hey
But
man,
if it's done right, like I mean unless you're looking for it. Like
I
I
don't
don't really
know.
notice. I
I
don't pay
wouldn't.
attention to
I
shit like
wouldn't.
that.
I mean, either, but I don't want to do Ozempic. I don't want to put myself
I
on.
do. I want to do it so bad.
We'll hit those penny stocks. Watch Ron DeSantis. You'll get some, crypto tip advice in the comments on that Twitter space, and you'll be able to, get that $1,500 with no prescription. No prescription.
Yeah,
It's like, but you can Google Ozempic now, and there's like get a consultation online for
yeah,
$15 and
yeah,
get Ozempic for free. I'm like, what? They're scamming this shit.
yeah, dude. That's real. We should
Fake
buy some
Ozempic.
advertisement on. We should buy some ad space on Twitter Spaces tomorrow when DeSantis goes and really pump Christ coin.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, you guys, let Christ coin save you.
Limited edition Christ coin. The DeSantis rollout.
Yeah. Be baptized in cash, you guys. Everything.
Woo!
We'll be releasing our Ethereum based game to tell you more information in 2 months. So make sure you guys sign up and buy the NFTs so you can get in the Discord server.
It's a layer 3 protocol.
No, I don't know. I think that this long term, there's going to be some sort of side effects. We don't know. It's like people are running around with this shit passing around Ozempic like it's crack. And
Yeah,
fake
in LA for
Ozempic.
sure. In LA for
Yeah,
sure.
oh, that's what I'm saying. I haven't been out there in so long, and it was just like
Yeah,
mind blowing. But it's
it's
like
like
people,
it's like fentanyl out here.
but people try to be secretive about it. They don't want people to know that they're on
I know,
Ozempic. So it's like,
which is weird. It's weird.
so, but no, everyone just goes out and drinks. So everyone goes out and gets drunk and does like blow and a bunch of other stuff, and then they do Ozempic so they never eat. So they drink all day and never eat. It's super trippy.
Yeah, dude. Welcome to LA. If it wasn't Coke before it, and now it's Ozempic after it.
That's what
Fun
I see,
fact.
but I think, but if you were doing the old school Coke diet, you could lose weight and then just try to keep it off. It's like,
I know,
is your
what's
life
more
still
expensive,
together?
Ozempic?
Yeah, Ozempic for sure. Ozempic, $1,500 a week. Talk
I
about
don't
a,
know.
I don't know. I mean, I've never had a Coke habit, but it sounds like one to me. That's a lot. That sounds like a lot. Because if that was weed, you could get a lot of weed for that too. That's crazy. Like I
Yeah,
don't
well,
know about
it
that.
ain't weed, man. It ain't weed.
And it's just a little shot you do in your abdomen. That's
Yeah,
no man. That's so fucked up. That's so fucking weird.
sounds right to me.
Some like
California.
some Elysium shit, like Matt Damon going to a ring in the sky outside the moon where rich people live, and they have like medical tubes that save these things that's existed back in the day, where they're like, oh, everyone loses weight on fen, and like, yeah, their hair, their teeth, control over their like.
Well, no, because that was just meth.
True.
Yeah, and really, it was just giving people heart attacks because it was meth.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm
All
not.
right.
I don't buy it, man. I don't
Well,
buy it.
Ron DeSantis, look into some Ozempic. Donald Trump, Ozempic. It's on shelves at your local pharmacy.
Are you would really do Ozempic?
Yes. My mom's paying me $5 per pound I lose right now. That's where my life's at.
Really?
Yeah, imagine if I sandbagged her with some Ozempic, it'd pay for itself.
Yeah, dude, you'd be loaded. That's true. You could do
I'd
that.
have to lose 300 pounds and it'd pay for 1 week's shot.
Well, you no, you would have to. You just have to save up to get the first shot. You'd have to buy that, but you could get that with some, like Dookie coin or whatever's coming out. Ride that wave. Get the first shot, and then I don't know how many. Yeah, it'd be 5. You'd be good for a week. So at the end of the week, you get like $300. Then you gain it all back, and you're
No.
like,
Yeah.
sucker.
I do weigh like the heaviest I've ever weighed before right now. It's crazy. It doesn't feel like it. Like if I told you how much, you'd be like, "What?"
How much? Now you gotta say. I'm curious.
Like your boy's weighing in at like 218.
Okay, I'm like 206.
I know, but like, do I like if you said that I look like this when I was 218, I'd be like, that doesn't look like
It's
218.
that old man strength coming in, dude. We're getting at that age. We're about to hit that silverback gorilla level where we're just like strong for no reason. They're like, well, who's
Right.
that strong old man just like threw that trash can on that roof of that 10-story building for no reason? That's about to
Well,
be
actually,
us.
what happened to me was I stopped drinking like 75 days ago.
Hey,
Uh,
round of
but
applause for that.
whenever you start drinking, like his alcohol is like made out of sugar, you get like a sweet tooth, and like you're also like alcohol can fuck up your stomach lining, so like your stomach now it's like trying to get nutrients, plus you have a sweet tooth. So like I've gained weight since I stopped drinking, which is weird because you would think you would lose weight if you're not drinking, but then it all mellows itself out
Hmm.
according to my acupuncturist.
Hmm. I mean, I don't really drink that much. If I do, I mean, I drank when I was in LA, of course. Just so you know, if you want to go out in LA, it's like $60 per. I went to some places and I was like, oh, just like whiskey Coke, Baker's Coke, and they're like, that'll be $25. I'm like, motherfuckers. But some of the places my sister
Yeah,
took me to
at
were
least.
like uber bougie. But when we do the podcast, I might have like a drink. I always have like a White Claw or something. It's always something cheap and shitty. Other than that, like,
I used to. Yeah.
no, I know. I thought about it today
Well,
too
well,
after we talked the
anyways.
other day, and I was like, "Damn, I should stop. I'm gonna go sober 72 episodes straight." That's right. We got 72 more fucking episodes. I just called it.
That's 160 total. I just did the real quick math on it.
Hey, we're 12 away from
Ooh.
100, man.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, do you got anything else, man? Do you got any words of wisdom now that you're 75? What are you 75 days in? Like, you got anything for us? Drop some knowledge, man.
Meditate, bitch.
All right, well, you guys be good. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. And we'll see you guys next time. Go fuck yourselves. Shout out.
Recording stopped.